You know that feeling, right? Where you're just trapped by a never-ending to-do list? Well, this is for you. We are about to totally flip the script on goal setting. We're going to break free from those straight, boring lines and tap into a way more visual, dynamic, and honestly, a much more effective method that actually works with your brain, not against it. So, here's our game plan. We'll start by digging into that all-too-common goal-setting struggle. Then, we'll introduce this cool new way of thinking in webs and look at the science behind it. After that, we'll get super practical with mapping your SMART goals. And finally, we'll talk about how to turn that awesome map into real-world action. All right, let's dive right in. The goal-setting struggle. I mean, let's be real. We've all been there. You set these big, ambitious goals, you're all fired up, and then a few weeks later, all that energy just fizzles out. It's a super common frustration, but you know what? There's a really good reason why it happens. Does this feel a little familiar? Yeah. You start with this list of really inspiring goals, but pretty soon you're not feeling motivated. You're just feeling buried. That list stops being your roadmap to success and starts feeling like this giant mountain of pressure. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. Traditional goal setting is so often a straight line, from point A to point B. You either hit the target or you don't. It's pass-fail. And that black and white thinking creates a ton of anxiety and pressure. It turns what should be a journey of growth into this rigid, stressful. So, if these linear to-do lists just aren't cutting it, what's the alternative? Well, this brings us to the big idea. What if we set goals in a way that actually aligns with how our brains are wired? It's time to start thinking in webs, not in straight lines. Okay, so check this out. On one side, you've got linear thinking. It's like a perfectly organized filing cabinet, logical, sequential, all very left brain. But on the other side, you've got mind mapping. Think of a spider's web. It radiates outwards, it's associative, it's creative. This is your right brain lighting up. And guess what? This web-like thinking is way closer to how our brains naturally connect ideas. And this is the key. A goal map isn't just another to-do list, another list of destinations. It's your strategic compass. It gives you direction and context, showing you exactly how all those little things you do every day connect back to that one big central vision. Now, this isn't just some fun, creative exercise. Oh no, this stuff is actually backed by some pretty compelling science. So let's talk about the proven benefits of thinking and planning in this visual way.
First up, let's talk memory. Studies have shown that using mind maps can boost your ability to remember and recall information by a solid 10 to 15%. And why is that? Well, because when you visually link ideas together, you're literally building stronger connections, stronger pathways in your brain. It's pretty cool. Okay, get ready for this one. It's a biggie. A survey of mind mapping users found that people, from total beginners to experts, reported a staggering 50% increase in their creativity. 50%. That is a massive jump in out-of-the-box thinking just by changing how you organize your thoughts. And the good stuff just keeps coming. Mind mapping helps you connect new information to things you already know, which makes learning so much more meaningful. It breaks down really complex topics, it can even improve your writing, and it turns planning from this boring chore into something you're actually engaged in. Okay, so we know why mind mapping is so incredibly powerful. Now, it's time to get practical. Let's talk about how to actually do it. This section is all about merging a tried-and-true goal-setting framework with the awesome creative freedom of a mind map. So we're going to ground our map in a classic for a reason. SMART goals. You've probably heard of this. It just makes sure our goals are concrete and actionable. Real quick, it stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This gives us that solid foundation to build our map on. And building your map is actually super simple. You just start with your main goal, right there in the center. Then you draw 5 big branches coming out from it, one for each letter of SMART. After that, the fun begins. You just start brainstorming the details for each branch. What makes it specific? How will you measure it? And finally, you connect any related ideas, and most importantly, you treat this map like a living document that you come back to again and again. But here's the thing, a purely structured goal can feel really rigid, and that's a fast track to burnout. You know, a goal without compassion is really just a deadline. So to make our plans sustainable, we need to add a second, really crucial layer, one that focuses on the human side of things.
Let's make our goals kind. This is the framework that keeps you going. K is for knowing your why, that deep personal motivation. I is for celebrating intentional progress, not just the finish line. N is for nurturing your curiosity, especially when you get stuck. And D is for doing it all with compassion for yourself. This is the stuff that builds the resilience you need to actually see your goals through.
Okay, so you've built your map. It's smart and it's kind, it's beautiful, but how do you turn this diagram into actual results? Let's jump into our final section and see how this becomes your living, breathing blueprint for success.
So, how do we make this map a reality? First, make it a habit. Set a weekly date with your map. Look at it, review your progress, and break down those big branches into small daily actions. Then make it visual. Use highlighters, check things off, make it feel alive. And probably the most important thing, remember this is a living document. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small, and give yourself permission to let the map change as you learn. It's a guide, not a set of concrete rules.
And really, that's the magic of a goal map. It takes those huge abstract ambitions, the ones that feel kind of scary and far away, and it transforms them into a clear, visual, tangible plan. It makes your biggest dreams feel not just possible, but actually achievable. So I'm going to leave you with this question to chew on. If you sat down right now and mapped your single biggest ambition, what would it look like? What would those first branches be? And how could you make that journey not just smart, but kind too? I really hope this helps you build the map to your next great achievement. Thanks so much for tuning in.